Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is probably going to be a more casual, laid-back video because I did not shoot very well for the actual video. So it's going to be a little bit of me talking here in my room, and it's going to be a little bit of me talking out there in the world. So basically, I just wanted to share this little trip that I went on. Taiwan has a really short spring break. At least my school does. I know some other schools have a bit, like some longer spring breaks, like a U.S. school would have. But my spring break was only 4 days, so it was Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of last weekend. So it's April 12th right now, so that would have been the 1st through the 4th. No, sorry, the 2nd through the 5th. That's right, yeah. So some friends of mine and I decided we should take advantage of this time. It's almost summer, so people are going to be going back home or moving on to some other places. And we wanted to go to Tainan because I'd never been there before. So this video is going to be about our trip to Tainan. Hope you enjoy. We decided to rent a car and we ended up staying in Jiayi. So we drove from Taipei to Jiayi on Saturday morning. And the reason we decided to stay in Jiayi was actually because we planned this trip really last minute, and we just didn't have enough time to get everything packed. So, everything reserved. So the hotels in Tainan were full and a little bit too expensive. So we just decided, stay in Jiayi. We can just drive over since we have a car rented. So it worked out okay. The drive is like 45 minutes to an hour, depending on which part of Tainan you're going to, but. I mean, nothing. If you're from America, you know that's not a long drive. So, it worked out. So after we got to our hotel in Jiayi, we decided to go to Tainan and find some food. We ate there. We went to a Lao Jie, which if you've never been to Taiwan, Lao Jie just means old streets, and it's kind of just a traditional area of a certain city. You can find some more cultural stores. You can get a sense of the traditional architecture in the area. So I love going to Lao Jie, but it's not everyone's cup of tea. We also saw a river there, and it was kind of cold that day. It was raining. By cold, I mean like 18 degrees Celsius or like 60 degrees Fahrenheit, something like that. It wasn't freezing, but we got there late, and it was a little bit chilly and sprinkling, so we didn't do too much. We just kind of walked around. We did end up finding a saxophone player. If I have any clips of him, I'll show him right now. I hope I had some clips there because he was really good, and my friend Adrian requested him to play some good songs, so it was a good time. We were happy to see him. So after that, we pretty much just went back to the hotel, had some drinks, had some fun, played some games. That was pretty much it for the first day. On the second day, we decided to go to a place where everyone loves to go to in Tainan, which is Qimei Boguan, which is like a modern art museum. Sorry, I shouldn't say modern art. They have some modern art there, but the permanent exhibits are more traditional art. And one thing I was really surprised by was how Western most of the art is. They have some Japanese stuff there, but most of the paintings that I saw and the statues that I saw look like they come from Western countries. So they might have been, I don't know the artists, I didn't look at all the artists, but they were definitely Western inspired. Qimei was really beautiful. I would definitely recommend anybody to go there. After Qimei, we decided to go get some food, and we went to Anping Lao Jie, another Lao Jie, and at that Lao Jie, we decided to get some food, but it was Saturday night. Sorry, wait, that was Sunday night. That was Sunday night. So all of the restaurants there were kind of expensive, and it seemed like you needed reservations for most of them. So we would show up to restaurants and they would say there's like an hour wait or an hour and a half wait, and we were really hungry. So we decided that we would walk away from Anping Laojie a little bit and we would get some American food actually. And there was still like a 30-minute wait for that place, but it was really good. And I was surprised at how authentic the food tasted because Tainan doesn't have like a lot of foreigners. So I was really surprised that it tasted really American, and it was kind of like Steak and Shake if you guys have been there before, but like way better quality. I mean like the atmosphere and the menu, those kinds of things. There's cheeseburgers and milkshakes, things like that. So I was pretty impressed. It was ABC Burger. So if you've never been there before and you live in Tainan or you're near Tainan, definitely check that place out. It's really good. So after we got food, we went to Shannon Laojie. And Shannon Laojie is the most preserved Laojie, the most preserved old street from the Qing dynasty. So I actually did a project about Shannon Laojie in school. So I really fell in love with the history of this place. So a long time ago in Tainan, there were very many Laojies, very many old streets, and because of construction, because of more population, they had to widen a lot of the streets, and it kind of destroyed the historical value of a lot of these places. And some of them are still somewhat preserved, but Shannon Laojie has never been widened by the government there. So it's the most preserved old street from the Qing dynasty. So I believe it's like over 200 years of history in that place. That's practically untouched. The stores in there are also really cool. There's tons of stuff from indigenous people in Taiwan, and there's a lot of stuff that's like authentic to the area. So if you haven't been there before, I also definitely recommend going to Shannon Laojie. After going to Shannon Laojie, we basically just went home or back to the hotel and played some games, things like that. So that was pretty much it for day 2. Day 3 was actually kind of interesting because we didn't plan to go to Kaohsiung, but we ended up going to Kaohsiung on the 3rd day, and we wanted to go to the beach, but it seems like Tainan didn't have too great beaches, and when we looked it up on the map, it turned out the trip from our hotel down to Kaohsiung actually wasn't that bad. I think it was like an hour and a half. So we just decided, let's just go to the beach in Kaohsiung. The beach we went to was Qijin, which is kind of like off of a peninsula in Kaohsiung, and I didn't know it was really famous, but when we got there, there were tons of foreigners there. And keep in mind, when we were in Tainan, we didn't see any foreigners basically the whole time. Even in the touristy spots we went to, like Shannon Laojie, I was actually shocked at how many foreigners that were there in Qijin. We stayed in Qijin a long time, and I think we stayed there a little bit too late because we were there from like the afternoon to what time is that? It's about 7 or 8, and in Taiwan the sunset's pretty much at around 6 almost the whole year. It might change by an hour in the summer or the winter, but it's pretty much at around 6, especially this time of year. So it was dark by the time we were getting ready to leave, and we had a long trip back because we did not have a hotel reserved for that night. So we had to head all the way back up to Taipei, and we did rent a car, but I was the only licensed driver, so I had to drive the whole way back up, and I was exhausted on the way back. I just remember playing really loud music so I would stay awake when we were on the way back. Also, halfway there, we decided to go to Fengjia Yeshi, which is kind of in the middle of Taiwan, but it was like on our way back, kinda. I used to go to school at Fengjia Daxue, which is the university that's right next to the night market, and when I was there, when I was at Fengjia Daxue, when I studied there, I loved to go to the night market. So we just decided with all the friends to make a pit stop, really. We were only in Fengjia Yeshi for about an hour, something like that, maybe an hour and a half. Got some food, recharged a little bit. I got another cup of coffee to help keep me awake, and then we drove all the way home. That's pretty much the end of the trip, really. Hope you enjoyed the B-roll throughout the video. I'm sorry that my storytelling wasn't super great. I hope in the next kind of trip vlog kind of thing, I can actually talk while I'm out there instead of having to refilm all this at home. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.